lovely.
This is a private consultation, and no one but the three of us will ever know what is said in here.
God will know, but that's fine.
Well, you see, we met when we were training to be priests.
I met another reverend prior to Reverend Breaker, called Reverend Sole. Lovely.
We were really pushing the boat out sometimes. I mean, I would come in for a service on a Sunday dressed as the Fonz. Amen.
We were considered the Lennon and McCartney of the Church of England, from the Beatles. Heart and soul, heart and soul, heart and soul. But I don't miss it.
Where did it all go wrong between you and Reverend Sole?
We were conducting a funeral, and you came for support.
I'd come to visit them. I'd heard, obviously, through the blogs about this duo, and you know, in my own right, I actually wasn't bad myself.
I mean, we were absolutely at the height of our popularity.
It was at that time when I couldn't really even hear myself speak.
Just whistling,
you know.
shouting,
there was so much
cheering, praying. He was like a man trapped. He was. I wanted to say iceberg, as if we were on the Titanic approaching an iceberg, because it had that
Leonardo DiCaprio, I think,
drowning.
He was
drowning.
And he just marched up to the pulpit where Reverend Hart was preaching at the time.
I couldn't hold back. I interrupted the sermon, which might be a sin, but you know, you've got to weigh up what the future. It's a sin.
And I thought, well, this is just not on.
And I just pointed to him and went, "God's got a plan for you."
And I thought, over the din, he said, "Bob's got a flan for you," because we were having our bake-off.
I said, "Get on my moped now." Those first few months after, you know, you joined me, it was everything we hoped for.
They're going to hold regular services in a well-known hotel chain, and they're calling it Parish Hilton.
And then we came up with Facebook.
An online Christian community.
Facebook.
Tacky.
It's another thing we're doing with our church is opening it up, you know, because why should we be so sectarian, you know, in our views? So what I did a sermon in Chinese last week, which everyone was puzzled because there were no Chinese people there, but I hoped it would encourage them to come.
The congregation that they have, last I heard, was down to 3. And that includes Reverend Hart's mother.
What would you do if Reverend Sole was to call you up now?
If Reverend Sole was to call me up now...
Who? Right, am I right?
I'd hear him out because that's a Christian thing to do, and I'd probably think about what he's got to say and
listened.
I'd like to speak to him because
Nice.
you know you can't turn your back on what was
Hung it up.
the best thing probably that's ever happened.
Until
This midnight Jezebel had come into our lives and taken everything that was good away, and I thought, well, that's sad. That's sad.
you've got my parish now. We're both happy about that. And I think that's what this whole counselling experience has been about, realising how happy you are now.
Of course I miss him. We were great together, a classic double act, better together than apart. I mean, if you were to say to me, have you heard of Anthony McPartlin? I'd say, who is he? Never heard of him. But if you said, have you heard of Anton Deck? Now there's a team. There's a team.
Let's get ready, let's get ready to rumble. Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych.